Hello everyone and welcome to iBasiac and welcome to another vacuum cleaner unboxing, and it's another Hoover today. This one is a Hoover Xarion Green Ray. Now the only reason I bought this, I wasn't obviously in the market to buy a new vacuum cleaner. I think I have enough. But I saw this at $39.99 from an online retailer called TJ Hughes, who also I believe have department stores mainly in the north of England. I saw it $39.99, I thought, that seems like a good price, so I'll get it. The Xarion, I've done a Xarion on my channel quite a while ago, didn't do a full demo of it, and then some of you might remember my Hoover Idol demo video. The Idol didn't do very well at all. It's one of the lower wattage machines with the awful separate carpet, floor and floor nozzles. Not very good at all. I'm thinking this will do better at performance because it has a much better German-made low energy carpet nozzle. So it's a low energy vacuum, but it's still a higher wattage than the Idol. Anyway, without any further ado, let's open the box and see what's inside. Right then, let's get my scissors, cut the tape. Hopefully it'll be okay. I think it was the last one they had because after I bought mine, it seemed to disappear from the website. I've never used this company before, so I was a little bit wary of using a company I've never used before, but one has to try these things. So far it does seem like it's never been out of the box. Yes, that seems fine to me. So, first we have the instruction manual. Now this, unusually for Hoover, has got a 5-year parts and labour guarantee. This machine and Hoover's other Green Ray machines, which included a very short-lived Green Ray Pure Power and a Green Ray Freedom upright, which is just about viewable there. The 3 cleaners in the Green Ray range did have a 5-year parts and labour guarantee. So here is the hose, and keeping with the green theme, it's green. I did have, and I sold it, and I wish I hadn't now, I had the Pure Power Green Ray bagged cylinder vacuum. If you want to see that on my channel, you'll find it. So here's the hose end, unusual shape. And it's got the navigator handle, not a remote handle like some of the navigator handles. On the Hoover Free Motion they first introduced a navigator style of handle, so it's got a suction control marked soft, mid and max, but all that does is open up a vent to allow air into the machine. Doesn't actually reduce the motor speed. It's a nice design and quite a comfortable handle to hold. Oh, here it is again. Ooh. Disgustingly horrible 3-in-1 tool. It seems a little bit different, to be honest. It seems a bit squarer than the one on my Free Motion. So, upholstery nozzle, you've got a pop-out brush for dusting, and then when used this way you've got a crevice tool, and that does actually fit onto the handle of the cleaner somehow. Let me see, which way is it? Not that way, and I have to twist it. That's it. There we go. So that fits, so it's always to hand if you need it, which you probably won't because it's not very good. Extension wand, metal, nice bit of green detailing on the catch to extend it. Oh, a little bit stiff. Looks a reasonable length, certainly longer than the Hoover Spritz, for example. Reasonable, that looks okay. Fairly heavy actually. Oh dear. They've cheapened it. That's not good. I'm not happy about that. It's still a better nozzle than the one supplied with Hoover's latest low energy vacuums, but it's not the one I was expecting. I thought this would come with a nozzle that was supplied with my Green Ray bagged cylinder, but it's not at all. Ah, dearie me. Because that nozzle was a metal base plate. This is a plastic one, so it's a completely different design. Oh dear. Oh well. That wasn't the nozzle that was illustrated. I'll still be doing a performance demo, and I do expect it to perform better than the Idol. This will have a bit more suction as well, I think, than the Hoover Idol. What's this at the other side? Another nozzle. Ah, well, that's something I wasn't expecting. We have a Caress wood and laminate hard floor nozzle as well. But you don't need to use that. With the Hoover models that have the two separate carpet and floor nozzles, you are supposed to use them separately. At least this one you can use on hard floor and carpets because of the pedal, because it does have the brush that comes up at the front and a squeegee at the back. But if you've got particularly delicate laminates or wooden floors, you can use the Caress wood and laminate nozzle here. Felt wheels and natural brushes. So that was, I wasn't expecting a separate nozzle. So that's a little bonus, but I'm still disappointed about the main nozzle. Right, let's take out the cleaner. Check the box. Well, that's everything. Pop the box out the way. The best Xarion cleaner, in my opinion, I mean, there weren't... Oh dear, is that... Let's hope that's okay. The best Xarion was the original higher wattage Xarion. I think it was about 1200 watts. But basically this is a Xarion. Now what this has that the Hoover Idol doesn't have is a filter here. Not much of a filter. I was expecting there to be something else in there. This has definitely not been opened or anything, it's a factory fresh one. But I would have thought there'd have been a sponge filter in there at least, or at least a pleated type filter. Yes, there is another filter, that's right, there is another filter, I believe, as well. So that's that. Lock that into place. There's bits of cardboard there. Oh, that's probably why the bin isn't in properly. Bit of cardboard protecting it. And that's it. The other filter, or the HEPA filter, is here. Again, that's all washable. Now this is the filter. If you've seen my Hoover Idol video, I really had to abandon it. I did give it a lot of, oh dear, I gave it a lot of dirt to pick up in sort of one go. That filter just completely blocked the airflow, and I had to use another vacuum to clean that filter before I could continue. But I didn't bother with the rest of the demo, I don't think, because it just, I knew it would clog up again. So maybe in normal use, given normal sort of household dirt, the filter wouldn't have clogged up so quickly, but it was extreme, my test. The motor's under here and it's actually stood, instead of the motor being sort of sideways with the fan at the front, this one stood on its end, so the fan is at the top of this one. Not sure how easily we can see, but it stood on its end. I was going to say a rude word. It stood on its A end, I was going to say, but I won't. Now, so that's that. Built-in handle that drops down when not in use. Automatic cord rewind, on-off switch. You've got your parking bracket here. Got the cable, whoops, with a nice colour coordinated green plug. Now I've got this, I really want the Pure Power Green Ray cylinder again. I would have liked the the Freedom Greenray upright, but I don't think I'll get one of those. And I've never seen the Pure Power Greenray. Hoover seemed to get rid of that pretty quick, maybe because of the 5-year guarantee, I don't know. Well, that's pretty short flex. Let's have a look underneath. So we've got two quite sturdy wheels, but they are quite small, two swivel casters. That's a little bit crinkled. The rating sticker, we'll just check on the wattage of this. I think it's 1100 or something like that, is it? Oh no, 1000 to 1200 watts. Made in PRC, yes. But for a PRC made machine, it's not bad, you know. So here is the bagless unit. Hoover's saying no loss of suction. Now it uses Airvolution, which is a multi-cyclonic system, which is quite good, I have to say, for a Hoover cleaner. Certainly better than the cheaper bagless machines they do that are just dual cyclonic. This at least is multi-cyclonic. To empty the bin, and that won't open, there we go. Empty the bin like that. Should do it okay second time, there we go. Quite a small capacity. There's details on the back how to maintain it, and to take the actual top off we've got two clips. Oh, it takes the bottom off. So there's the bin, we can give that a rinse out if we need to. And then this, we've got more access to the shroud. You're not supposed to wash that, but after my demo I did of the Idol, there was no way I could clean it properly, so I did actually flush it through with water because there was all sorts of dust and debris on the clear part. But I wasn't going to use the machine again after that, but I did make sure it was bone dry. I left it out for several days before packing it back. I can just see some of the cyclones. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. See all the different holes. You can see the tops of the holes a bit better there. There you go. So that's how you'd carry it out to the bin anyway. Alright, pop that back, making sure it's back correctly. There is only one way to put this. I think they need to line something up. There we go. Is that it? Yes. Pop that in there. Close that. Again, there's a helpline, Hoover helpline. Oh, where's that from? There's a Hoover helpline and a little link here, a little sticker telling you about the website where you can get spares. That clicks in. There we go. Right, let's put the hose in position. Anyway, I'm quite pleased with it for £40 as a piece of my collection. I don't think I'd want to use this. You know, I'm spoilt rather. I do obviously use a lot of different vacuums, and this is not one that I will use. After my demo, it's not one that I will take a shine to. I'm pretty sure I won't. But anyway, let's attach the extension wand. It goes that way on this model. Goes in that way. Just a friction fit. And then pop on the carpet and floor nozzle. I am disappointed. It would have been very good value if it came with that quality German made nozzle, but it didn't. Can't really complain for £40, but I still think they're quite a good looking vacuum. But of course, if it's not a very good performing vacuum, looks don't mean anything, do they? There we are. I'll just plug it in then, give it a quick go, see how noisy it is. And then stay tuned, because as I say, I will be doing a proper demo of this. It'll be interesting to see if this nozzle performs better than the Hoover Idol nozzle. Okay, give it a quick go on this rug, just a very brief go. Not too noisy, and it's supposed to have 200 air watts, but I didn't really feel any sort of suction. I don't know if there's something wrong with it. I don't know, it feels better at the hose end. I don't think there's any suction leaking, because you'd hear it if it was leaking around the bin. I would certainly hear a rush of air, so that... Ah! No, did I? Oh no, I did have it on maximum, I'm sure I did. Oh, that's okay. It just seems to... You know, you don't want... There's some extremes. You don't want the nozzle to be too difficult to push, as you will find on some of these newer vacuums. Because they're that sealed, they actually grip to the carpet and hard to push. You don't want that, but then again, you don't want it to feel that it's too easy to push, because then you're feeling it's not doing anything. And that's the impression I got from this Greenray vacuum cleaner. Anyway, everything smells of the new motor smell now in my room. But, you know, £40, it was worth trying out. You know, you can't really buy anything decent vacuum cleaner wise for £40, in my opinion anyway. But it's okay, not too noisy, just rather disappointed with this nozzle. I was rather hoping it would have had the better nozzle. But anyway, there it is, parked and ready for its demo. So if you want to see the demo, please subscribe and you'll be updated every time I upload a new floor care video. So until the next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.